Wall Street is eyeing a higher open on Wednesday. All eyes are on Vienna as oil prices surge ahead of a potential production cut at the OPEC meeting. Now, U.S. indices closed higher on Tuesday, boosted by shares in media, healthcare, equipment and services, as well as real estate sectors. Separately, shares in energy, consumer durables, and apparel, as well as telecom sectors traded lower. In terms of economic data released in the U.S. on Tuesday, GDP on an annualized basis grew 3.2% quarter over quarter in Q3, and that was the second reading. Now, remember that the initial estimate showed a reading of 2.9% as well as 1.4% in the previous quarter. Separately, personal consumption in the U.S. increased 2.8% in a second reading in the third quarter from a preliminary estimate of 2.1%. And in other news, the Consumer Confidence Index improved in the U.S. to 107.1 in November. As for year advancers and decliners, 56% of S&P 500 constituents traded higher yesterday. And in the after-hours market, Autodesk reported third quarter adjusted EPS of 18 cents versus 14 cents a year ago on sales, which were down year over year, and they did come in at $490 million. Now, net loss dug deeper to $143 million from a net loss of $44 million in the previous year. As for fourth quarter adjusted EPS, it does see a range of between 32 to 39 cents. And moving on to Baker Hughes, the company announced the formation of a joint venture. It is a North American land pressure pumping joint venture with CSL Capital Management and Goldman Sachs' merchant banking division. The company pointed out that Baker Hughes will continue its North American land cementing and hydraulic fracturing businesses. Moving on to Time Warner, the company said it has priced in $1.5 billion underwritten public offering of 3.8% senior notes due in 2027 at a price equal to 99.615% of their face value. And moving on to today's earnings, it is fairly quiet. We will be getting quarterly results out from PVH Corp. As for economic data, it is fairly packed. We get the November ADP employment change as well as October personal income and spending figures. At 9:45 a.m. in the U.S., November Chicago purchasing managers figures will be released. And at 10 a.m., we will be getting October pending home sales. In the afternoon, the Fed will publish its beige book. Taking a look at overseas markets, Asian markets were mixed today. The Nikkei was flat, the Hang Seng gained 0.2%, and South Korea's Kospi gained a little over 0.25%. Now, European indices are trading higher in midweek trade. As for U.S. equity indices for the S&P 500, the bullish bias stands above 2195. Trading central analysts prefer positions, long positions above that level, with targets standing at 2216 and 2225 in extension. And for the Nasdaq on an intraday basis, the bullish bias stands above 4850, and for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the bullish bias stands above 19,015.